Good morning. Today I'm in the kitchen making food. You know, something a little different because I got a different little setup now. It's kind of cool. So my goal today is to actually make applesauce, cinnamon applesauce to be specific. I can't say the word. I mean, this isn't too bad. It just has apple flurry, apple juice, cinnamon, and acid, azobic acid, I believe. But there was a couple weeks ago where I couldn't find these, and I don't like the little cups with the aluminum lids because I busted those before in my lunchbox because of my sandwich containers and stuff. So I have a whole bunch of King & Cook and some apples, and I'm going to try to make my own, and we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of excited, but first I gotta get the kitchen cleaned up. It's a little bit of a mess right now in here, so we're going to get started on that. I hope you guys enjoy. So, I was able to get everything ready. I actually have these little cute jars that I found. I don't even know where I found them at. But I thought they are good. They're 4-ounce jars. My applesauce pouch is like 3.2 ounce. And that's my dishwasher making noise. So I thought these would be perfect to do applesauce. And I figured if I fill the jars up, I bought some other ones to kind of use. So the recipe I'm using is in the ball complete with a pulverization and some applesauce, just regular applesauce, where you can add I'm going to add cinnamon to it, because it says to. But this says to use 12 pounds of apples. But I think this, when I checked it, weighed about 6 pounds. So I'm going to half this recipe and go from there. And I figure if I like it enough and it goes good, then I'll just do the full. So it's reading up on it because it says apples peeled, quartered, treated to prevent browning. And drink. So I was reading on here. There's a page you can go to for browning, and it says that we can use a mixture of a quarter cup of lemon juice and with 4 cups of water. So I got this bucket out to put the lemon and water mixture into. But I'll do, and I have this, which is an old wine thing that I'm going to use for my scraps. Cutting board. I'm going to get started on this. So I now have 8 cups of water with 1 cup of lemon juice. Let's get started.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I actually messed up. It was supposed to be a half cup of lemon juice, not a cup of lemon juice. But live and learn. I was kind of tired when I was doing this. While I was trying to find a way of how to peel and core these apples with what I had. I finally got myself into a decent groove, and while I was also doing it, I was also looking for bad spots and stuff. You'll see there's one apple I actually cut open. I was coring part of it out, and I could see like something inside. And when I finally got to the inside part of the apple, I could see where the seeds and stuff was sitting at. It looked like it was starting to rot on the inside out. And then there was one apple that I had tossed completely just because it was super soft and I just didn't feel comfortable with it, stuff like that. But yeah, and if you notice that my knife skills look kind of dangerous, it's because I'm not very good with the knife and I'm trying to be better. So there's a few times where I had one apple slice just go flying because I wasn't very good at it. So yeah, overall though, this wasn't that bad. I did enjoy doing it. It was a long process for me. But it was nice to kind of try to do something different and make my own, because even with like the cinnamon applesauce that I would get at the store, I always add extra cinnamon to it. Now with the pouches I've been buying from my lunchbox, obviously I don't add extra cinnamon to those. But this was awesome. I ain't gonna lie. I love that I was able to do it.
about lunchtime, so I'm sure Michael's hungry. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of leave these sitting on this. And, Michael,
What?
you want to go get some lunch?
Absolutely.
We're going to go get some lunch.
Hey, also, look at my absolutely normal sized bottle.
Of Coca-Cola. Alright. So we're back. Actually, I'm going to sleep when I got home from lunch yesterday. So it's the next day. So these have been sitting. Some of the ones on top have turned brown and mushy, but I think that'll be alright. So I'm going to drain these out. Put them in my pot. Now it says add enough oil to prevent sticking. Bring to a boil over medium-high heat. Some heat on. Add some water. And probably about 2 or 3 cups. To a top. I'll put the lid on it. Let that come up to a boil. Now I'm going to can a little bit ready in some water. Now cucumbers. Okay. Now, the next step says we're going to transfer apples into food mill or a food processor fitted with metal grades and puree until smooth. Well, I only have like a 1 cup food processor, so I was thinking what we could do is also use my hand mixer along with the clear container I have the apples in. So I think what I'm going to do is wait for this to come up to a boil. Let's get the water set up in the canner. I don't need very much water, I don't think. So I got this filled to about the first little end of it down here. Now what I'm going to do, I think it'll fit almost all the way in there. Test it out first. What's up?
I don't know. Well, actually, I do know it's the sky.
Ooh. I am going to be able to put all those on there. Cool.
Did you?
Yeah, you do know what's up. The sky.
No, it's actually the ceiling. It's actually lights. It's actually, yeah.
It's actually your imagination. Let's see what. So I think I'm going to do this going. heat. Just gotta get the water warmed up. Did you know you do not want to put hot jars with hot food product in cold water, especially when they're made of glass. I'm going to now. Let's see. You also need dry sugar. You need spices. Cinnamon. And I thought it was cool because I also got some pumpkin pie spice. It has cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and sticking agents, which isn't the best thing, but usually people, because for spice applesauce, they say you can use ground spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, or allspice. And so I figured since this has cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice at least in it, ginger is a bonus, I might try it. I don't know if I'll do it with this batch or not. I think I'm going to stick with cinnamon for this batch. And if it turns out good, I might try a small batch with the pumpkin spice. Just for something to boil over. Ooh. I'm going to let it boil just a little bit. Cups. This is the one I was looking for. So this is slowly coming up to a boil. Since it's been soaking overnight. How long did I say? 5 to 20 minutes. I think we'll just start with 5 minutes. And go from there. Okay. Did you know how much? Okay, let's see what our next few steps are. Add sugar if using lemon juice. Okay, what happened in this recipe is we need a cup and a half of sugar and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we'll need some ground cinnamon. It says in step 4 add 4 teaspoons. I really like my cinnamon. So it's half of that. I might do the full 4 teaspoons. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So we need a cup and a half of sugar. So let's use a half cup measuring cup. And turn that down just a little bit. And tablespoon and teaspoons. For now, we'll start with 2. And if we need to add more, we could. That was a really full one. There we go. I'll keep that handy just in case. It's all of our dry ingredients. a feeling if I do it that way, it's flatter. So set it up to the side now. But what we could do, keep this, use both this, and my little blender. Might be a little big. Okay. Loud noises. Loud noises.
So if you notice, I was saying loud noises that way Michael know I was going to be using the blender, because sometimes that gets a little loud for him. I didn't put the food processor up because I decided I wasn't going to use it. My little blender that I have, I usually use this to make like smoothies and stuff with. It worked pretty good. Every so often I would stop to kind of let everything cool a little bit because it was getting kind of hot. The only downfall is it created pressure, I believe. So sometimes when I would pop that lid open, it would it would pop. Alright, breaking the lid open. I decided to add the sugar and the cinnamon while I was doing this too, while everything was still hot, so that way it would dissolve easier. And I was doing that in steps also, like I would do a little bit when I was trying to let everything cool a little bit as I was doing it, just to kind of have it where it'd be a lot easier. I think if I am going to do this again, I might get a bigger food processor or something like that. But until then, I think this was an alright idea. I was thinking about using like the hand mixture, but I decided that might be a little bit. If it wasn't for the fact that everything was hot, I think I would have tried to do that and probably would have worked about similar, if not the same. But yeah, so I've been really enjoying this process. It was time consuming, I will admit that much, but it was something that was fun to do. But it's one of those things where I was also doing a lot of this when I was tired. I'm not going to lie on that much. I read that recipe like 3 or 4 times before even starting it, and I was reading it more even as I was doing it. But yeah, as you can see, I was reading it there because I think this was almost my last batch that I had here. Yep, because I'm just dumping the rest of it in there. And I found some little chunks, so that's what I was putting in there since it was going to be my last one. But yeah, there we go. All done.
Now let's taste it. Yeah. I feel like it needs a little bit more center. I will say, a lot more liquidy than what I would want. So I'm hoping maybe once it cools down, with it evaporating a little bit, it will become better. Could also be because, you know, like setting lemon juice and water overnight. But I think it'd be better to wait until today to finish it than to try to do it while I was like half asleep. There's hot. So that's what we'll do. Turn this water off for now. I'll get myself set up. Start canning. This what I can. Don't really want to can them in the cardboard box. I'm keeping them in there just to keep them organized. Alright. So, what is this? Leaving a 1/2 inch of haired space. Okay. So thankfully I was able to hang on these. And so that way then, I know how much a 1/2 inch of headspace would be. There you go. How far does it go? That needs quite a bit more. So I don't know if you guys can see. This one, let's see. This is the 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go up quite a little bit more. And pop the bubbles that's sitting on top. Okay. And really run. Keep the resistance. And then we pick it again. So resistance is met, then increase to finger tight. So you don't want it like super tight. And stick it in there. Okay. So that's what I'm going to work on now.
So I think what I'm going to do next time is just fill the jars up and then put the lids and the rings on them. I was doing it one on time on this just for the simple fact that it's my first time ever doing it, and I was just trying to make sure I was getting good spacing. I'm sure after I get to where I do it more often, I probably won't need to measure them. I'll just know it. But since this was my first time, I didn't want to mess up. So, yeah.
So I gotta wait for it to come up to the boil now for about 20 minutes. So until then, I'm going to probably clean this up. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. So, I got them out. I let it boil for 20 minutes, and then I let it set with the lid open on the can there for about 5 minutes before I take them out. And the only thing I've noticed, I don't know if the camera will pick it up very well, is the lids have like a white residue on it. And I think a lot of that might be from my water. So I'm going to let them set for overnight, and then tomorrow I'm going to take the rings off and check the seals on the lids. Say hi. Hello. So it's been a week since the last clip, but these drawers hold up pretty good. I checked the seals, but just kind of making sure you can lift them by the lid. And I mean, they're a little bit watery, but they're alright for the taste and stuff like that. I've had one of those so far. Usually I just kind of shake it up a little bit before I open it. And the rest of the applesauce I didn't put in those little jars, in these quart jars, and filled up about 1 1/3 quart jars. I have them in the fridge, and since they've been sitting in the fridge for the week, you can see it separate with the water. So I figure what I'll just do for those is just kind of cook down a little bit and see if I can get the rest of that water out. And I bet you have to probably fit the rest of that in just the 1 quart. And I'll probably just keep it in the fridge for the rest of the time until I get through all those little quart jars, or quarter, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, overall, not a bad experience. For my first time ever doing it. And I'm planning on doing it again. Probably once I'm done with all these applesauce. Hopefully before the apple season is over. Because I know the farmer's market ends in October, and that's where I got these apples at. So we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy.